Alright guys, so I had one of my little thoughts today. One of my little thoughts became a bigger thought until it became a really big thought. But I've been thinking about this a long time, and you're probably thinking, stop thinking! It's bad for you, man. Let the other people do the thinking. But anyway, I'm a big promoter of your communities. I mean, where you live, things that you can do to better your personal community. I used to be one of those people who used to, when I did actually make some money, generously donated to, things going on overseas. I wanted to help that person, and I wanted to help that person, and I wanted to do this and that and the other, and just make the world a better place, because people do that. Some of us anyway, old school people. But what I realized is that when you keep doing that kind of stuff, where you just send money into this place or to that place, a lot of those projects that you put your money into backfire, fail, so on and so forth. And you keep forgetting about the things that you could be doing in your own community, like right in your own neighborhood, helping your own friends or making new friends in your community, just like a couple of streets down, or even in your, working with your own neighbors, stuff like that. So that's why, I just prefer to work and do things like that, because let's face it, if your personal community is not thriving, right? If your community where you live is not thriving the way it should be, and people are not enjoying their lives, then everything else that you do for other people elsewhere doesn't somehow create positive energy for you personally, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't be helping people elsewhere. Eventually, if you grow your own community and you make your own community like a little heaven, then that beauty spreads onto the next community, and so on and so forth. So instead of trying to do it the other way around, which is blessing another community and then bringing that blessing back to you, which usually takes a lot longer to reach back, if you're doing it directly in your own space, that moves more mountains, let's put it that way. So that's why, personally, especially because I'm all into like recycling stuff and creating stuff, inventing new things and all that. Whatever we can do to better our lives, or at the very least, if I can't succeed in any of that because things go wrong all the time on my channel, at the very least I can put people's minds at ease, or at the very least maybe put a smile on people's faces when I gaffe or when I make mistakes, when things blow up in my garage, supposedly. Never happened. Things catch on fire. Anyway, I was inspired by many other YouTubers that do this kind of thing, and I think that it's helped my channel as well. So I want to bring more smiles to people's faces, and I'm a big promoter of caring and loving each other. I mean, don't go out of your way to hug people. It's COVID. But at the very least, you can put a smile on a person's face, right? Put a smile on a person's face. That is always a good thing to do, and I'm a big promoter of that. So at the very least, we can do things like that on the channel. Again, we work with what we have, right? We'd like to work with what we have. It may not be much, but it is what we have. And so if we're trying to go for those lofty goals of, okay, by next week I'm going to have a robot that can do your coffee, and then on top of that it can sweep your roof, and then it's going to clean your stairs, and then you're just going to set yourself up for failure. But maybe we can do something simple like robots, or something else that simply just towards the neighborhood. Well, we tried that, and we're getting close, but no cigar yet. And then, how about robots that can talk to you and say a couple of things and maybe take a picture of you and send it around the neighborhood so people will be scared of you. That's perfect. That's perfect for that pesky Marco Reviews. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's scare the neighborhood with my face. Anyway, jokes aside. I'd love to hear what Ryan Freeman. Jeez, there we go with the gaffes again. What my buddy Ryan Freeman might think about some of these topics that I just discussed as I say hello to the guy that's delivering packages to the neighborhood, which is extra cool. Anyway, I'd love to hear what Ryan Freeman might think about this, but also anyone else who wants to chime in. But Ryan Freeman will do a good job. See you then.